You are looking live here in beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah, here at DNA HQ. On today's episode,
let's talk how the Utah Mammoth have looked since the break.
With spring camp coming up for the Utes, what can we expect?
And Ace Bailey has a career night for the Utah Jazz.
WBC, Team USA has an embarrassing loss. Let's break it down. All that and more. My name is Darren, that is AJ, and this is the DNA Sports Recap.
Roll the intro.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another edition of the DNA Sports Recap. What's going on, AJ?
Not much, buddy. I'm just excited to be here again.
I am too, man.
You know what I mean? Just excited.
Yeah, it's been a great week. Super excited for it. We are not
lots to talk about too.
Yeah, a lot to talk about. I'm a little nervous how we're not even in the shot for Instagram.
For Instagram, it's just like
there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's really going on there. Are we muted on? Super excited. No, we're just going to leave that alone.
Don't push the button.
All right, a lot to get into today. We're going to go ahead and get started. Talk a little bit about, something we skipped last week. Let's go ahead and dive in and chat a little bit about the Utah Mammoth, shall we?
Let's do it.
We'll fix it in post.
Do we have it fixed in post?
I don't know.
I don't even know how to create those. You made all of them.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Yeah.
For those of you who are listening on the podcast after the fact, first of all, we do this live every Wednesday at 7:30 Mountain Time. Please feel free to join us on the show. We'd love to have you. Jump in the comments and the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. AJ wants to know your favorite colors, as long as it's red.
As long as it's red, go Utes.
Yeah. So feel free to jump in and join us. But we're doing this live on YouTube. Some of our graphics are a little outdated, and we're working on it. But yeah,
they were good last year, though.
They were so good last year.
Yeah, it was awesome.
By the way, the camera's up there, by the way. So
I know.
Just to remember where it is now.
Well, we used to have it here.
Yeah, but then you couldn't see the chat, and you couldn't see
that's true.
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and first talk about Utah Mammoth. Now, do we want to get in the news that broke today? Do we want to do that first and kind of go back, or do we want to save?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go into the Nick Schmaltz extension first.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so the Utah Mammoth did ink Nick Schmaltz into an 8-year, $64 million contract extension, which gave him an 8-year contract with an $8 million AAV, which, by the way, is the last time that this team will be able to give an 8-year contract.
Oh, really? Because they're changing the rule, right?
Yeah, the CBA, which, by the way, is fantastic. The NHL gets through their CBA so easily. But yeah, the new collective bargaining agreement, starting next year, the max contract is 7 years. Now, you may think that's like a bad thing for the players, but that's actually good for the players. You get to re-enter the market sooner.
Right.
You know, that puts this one for Nick. He's going to be 38, 39 when this contract is up.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I mean, that's tail end of your career. Ready? You're not looking for a new contract at that point, right? You've made your money. You're ready to retire.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome. He's at the prime of his career. We got him at just the right time, really.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what has Nick been to this team?
I mean, realistically, it's no surprise that they made this move, right? I mean, in this season, he's got his career high in goals with 24, and we've still got 17 games remaining, as of the time we're recording. So he has 59 points when you add in the 35 assists, and he's a plus 21 while he's on the ice. So that is also a career high for this guy. He's playing some of his best hockey ever, and I mean the Mammoth they just nailed it right on the head, right? He's 1 second under his career high for time on ice at 19 minutes and 41 seconds, but I mean really that could still climb, and we're going to need him to be out there for a little bit longer to help push this team and make that final run into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is the second 8-year contract. Well, technically it's the third 8-year contract that's on this team's books. The other one is Logan Cooley, that they inked into an extension, right?
Yeah.
And he's starting, I think he's I can't remember what year he's in, but Keller actually has 2 years remaining on his 8-year deal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't expect too much longer for there to come before we get extension talks on that one. But yeah, I just think that you got to love it, man. The Mammoth is really pushing everything into the middle and going for it.
Yeah, they have. And really, the thing that shows that they're pushing in is the next subject we're talking about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just kind of wrap this up, man. When it comes to the contract extension for Nick Schmaltz, I think it's a great fit for him. He's a perfect 8-year, $8 million AAV for just a player that's, like you mentioned, a great plus minus on the ice and part of this core going forward. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into our next subject here, and that's going to be. So are we going completely backwards, or are we just going into the McKenzie?
Let's just go to the Mackenzie Weegar trade, man.
Yeah,
That was huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So this happened late last week.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, right after we're done fully recording. That's
Typically, yeah.
kind of how it happens.
If there's any news that's going to happen, it's going to happen on Thursdays or Wednesday nights for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the Utah Mammoth did trade for defenseman Mackenzie Weegar. He is worth 22 points so far this year, with 19 assists, 3 goals in 61 games played. He's known for his high volume shooting, 13th amongst defensemen last year, so he's ranked pretty high in shooting for a defenseman.
Yeah.
Which you gotta love it. We're a defensive-minded team, and we're killing it from back there. It's it's always great to see. He's also known as a penalty killing, as far as penalty killing efficiency. He's currently on the 3rd year of his 8-year deal, so go ahead and throw him on that one.
Yeah.
As far as another 8-year deal, we just love those.
Yeah.
This one, it has a 6.25 AAV with a $50 million contract there. This move seems to be by many experts as a way for the Mammoth to reinforce their defensive core. So absolutely love that.
Yeah, I mean, you match him up with Mikhail Sergachev on that defensive side, and this is just such a great goal-scoring defensive, core. And really, it shows that the Mammoth are they're turning, right? They're shifting from rebuild, and now they're trying to improve this roster and start winning games and push all the chips in the middle and say, okay, let's go, let's win now.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this trade, we did have to give up some players, or we did have to give up a player. So we gave up Ali Mata, the 6'2" defensive defenseman.
There you go.
6'2" defenseman.
Double
and
defenseman.
Ali Mata was, he's one of those guys that we were really excited to have when we did sign him. And then we also gave up 3 2026 second-round draft picks and prospect Jonathan Castagna. So, you kind of look at those and you're like, does this hurt us, right? Because Ali Mata was, he was a serviceable player.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, he was getting to the tail end of the bench. He was getting a lot of, DNPs. I don't know if that's what they call them in hockey, but that's kind of the route
That's
that
what
they
we're going
go.
to call them.
Yeah.
On this channel.
So he was,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, he was becoming a scratch, like he wasn't playing in all of these games. And really the Mammoth was looking to make a trade that they could get a player that they could use, immediately, and he could go out there and be effective right away. So this doesn't hurt them. I mean, the second round draft picks, it just reinforces the fact that they're not worried so much about rebuilding. They're willing to give away some of these draft picks and move some of these players that have some experience to bring in players with more experience that are going to help us right now and keep us winning. So
Pacific Northwest, you nailed it. You nailed it. We'll get back to some of these comments. We got to jump in the middle of this one and show us one. DNP did not buck. Absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
Yep, that's going to be a staple here on the show.
Absolutely. Sure. He did not puck this game.
He did not. He did not. I think it's also worth mentioning that McKenzie had waived his no trade clause to come to Utah.
Yeah, that is worth mentioning.
So that is worth mentioning. That's kind of a running theme that we've had over the last year on this channel. Once we've had this team, and once this team actually got through, I say, probably the first half of the year.
Yeah, that initial what are they going to look like season?
Yes.
Right? What are the facilities going to look like? How's the crowd going to respond? There was a bunch of questions when they moved the team from Arizona. Is this going to be a legitimate NHL team?
Yes, and what I think was really what you really saw to see a shift is right around the trade deadline last year, you started seeing a lot more emphasis on players wanting to come here. We did a full episode on this last season where we talked about how Utah is already a destination city for hockey, which is great.
Yeah,
we love to see it. So yeah, absolutely love it, man. Love the addition of Mackenzie Weegar to this team. I think he's gonna, just like they said, just kind of shore up that defensive core and make sure that we're really pushing it in the middle.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
going all in, baby, going all in.
Yeah.
So with that said, why they're pushing in the middle? Let's go ahead and talk about their playoff odds.
Yeah.
I think this is huge because this is something that we talked about a lot last year when we did our vlog from the event. I was bullish. I'm like, hey, they're going to make it first year. They're going to be a wild card team. And you are more like, it's going to be a year or two, you know, be patient, you know.
Yeah.
Ends up we were kind of right in the middle. You know,
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
dead
Because they were
center.
like fringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like dead center, I think we were pretty much right there. So I think I can count that as a win as our predictions.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to, right?
That's definitely a win, yeah.
Yeah, so I basically just kind of wanted to break down the playoff odds for this team. So as it sits here, let's go ahead and first talk about how well they've done since the break. I think
Okay.
is what we want to get into on this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, since the break, and obviously as of recording, because they play again tomorrow, so depending on when we get this out, but since the break, Utah's gained 9 points in the playoff standings. They've gone 4-4 since the break. And there's still 17 games left in the season. So the good news is they have 11 of those games at home.
Which is huge.
That is great news, because you know, with the rowdy Utah fans, they're going to show up.
Baby, tusks up.
Yeah, they're going to help power this team to get some wins, finish this season off the right way, because everybody in Utah wants to see the Mammoth make their first playoff appearance as a franchise, for sure. So it has been up and down since returning. I mean, no doubt there, right? They got Uyghur. His first game, he was battling some immigration issues because he's from Canada.
Yeah.
So they had a couple games where they had to figure some of that stuff out.
Poor Canada.
But they got his first game against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that was a game that they won 5-4 in overtime. So, but they did drop the next two games against Chicago and Minnesota. But the loss to Minnesota, it did finish up a 5-game road trip.
Mm-hmm.
So where they played 5 games in 8 days, and that's tough, right? I mean, that is hockey, day off, hockey, hockey.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of games in a row. So it'll be nice. They get a couple of home games back, and then they go back on the road for they get a couple games back, and then they go out for 2 more, and then they're back in the Delta Center for 4 more. So they've got a good stretch of playing in front of the home fans and continuing to be able to push.
How do you feel about the whole Delta Center thing? They want to be called Delta Center, not the Delta Center.
It's just Delta Center.
Yeah, I think that's a load of crap. I'm always going to call it the Delta Center.
No, you can't.
You just did.
No, it's just Delta Center.
You just
There's
said
no
the
proof.
Delta Center.
There's no proof.
There's no evidence whatsoever. Even when it was Energy Solutions Arena or whatever the names they were before, I still call
Vivint Smart Home Arena.
Still call it Delta Center. Still call it Delta Center.
Yeah,
So let's talk about playoff odds, shall we? So,
yeah.
So you just broke down the points they've gained over that time. So since the Olympic break, the Mammoth, before the Olympic break, Mammoth had an 86% chance of making the playoffs, and they were only 3 points above the next best team to have that top spot in the wild card, which was the Kraken, by the way. Also a recent expansion team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of neat how that's working.
But it also shows you the NHL is doing such a great job expanding and moving teams into markets that are willing to be successful and willing to push and spend money and make these teams marketable. Like, it's really cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they've gone up now 6 points over that and now have a 98.9% chance of making the playoffs. This is according to Stathletes via ESPN article. That's about as close as you can get to a lock as you can get. Right?
Yeah, without being a lock. Yeah.
So I think we can officially announce it on this channel, right?
Yeah.
We can say, like we're calling an election, right? We're gonna have Stanley Cup playoffs here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Dude, how cool is that though?
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like just right out the gate, man. It's gonna feel so good, man. I think it's so awesome. I'm so excited for this team and the direction that they're going.
And also the fan base in general, dude. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that is so exciting. I mean, we haven't had playoff basketball in years.
Yeah, let's not open that door.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get to it.
Stay tuned in. We got lots to talk about with the Utah Jazz.
We'll get to that. But yeah, absolutely, man. I absolutely love it. I think that what this team got here at the right time. They found their footing really early. The fans embraced them like we know they would.
Yep.
And that just made more players want to come here. And more players that were here, the talent wanting to stay here and sign these 8-year contracts.
Yeah.
Veggie, how long was his contract extension? I think it was like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
With him. So it's like players are coming here, they want to stay here, and everybody's recruiting everybody else to come here. And I just think it's absolutely amazing. you're going to see. I mean, we talked about it in one episode. Who's more likely to win a title, the Jazz or the Mammoth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're spot on our prediction on that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we're pretty much there. I don't know. I got lots of good stuff to talk about with the Jazz. We're not out of it.
We're definitely not out of it, for sure. We did want to quickly mention there that we did launch a channel for you, Utah Mammoth, called Utah Mammoth DNA. This is a channel we dedicated specifically for all of our Mammoth content. All of our Mammoth content will be posted here. So if you're watching this on our live stream or you're listening after on our podcast, a link to Utah Mammoth DNA will be in the description down below. All of our content will go here. So yeah, make sure you check it out. We got some pretty cool shirts that we've got going on there, so be sure to check it out. Everything's just disappearing on me there. Good to go. We want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below when it comes to all things Utah Mammoth. What do you think about the trade? What do you think about the trade for Mackenzie Weegar? What do you think about the contract extension for Nick Schmaltz? And obviously, playoffs. Going to be pretty much a guarantee. But we want to hear from you. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and hit some of these comments here in the chat. We've got one from Aaron. This was regarding earlier. You already know mine. Big Blue. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. It's supposed to be red.
It's great. It's great. We also got another comment here from the Car Wash channel. I have a question: when you guys are going to change the name of Utah Hockey Club to Utah Mammoth on your banner above your heads? You're looking at the screen. It always says Utah Hockey Club. Yes. Again, we will.
We actually have it updated.
We have
in our folder. We just haven't uploaded it into our streaming
software.
platform.
Yeah, we haven't uploaded it yet. Believe it or not, guys, there's a lot that goes into this kind of stuff, like graphic design and getting it loaded in.
There is a lot.
And when you're trying to prep for the show and also, try to make sure that you're...
We also have jobs.
Yeah, believe it or not. Subscribe to the channels.
Yeah.
And, maybe this could be our only thing and we could update those much faster.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, for sure. Again, with this channel for Utah Hockey, sorry, not Utah Hockey, because I just looked at the label. Touche, car Wash channel, touche.
Yeah.
But yeah, so once this channel does get monetized, we will be giving away Utah Mammoth jersey. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it on the giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and pivot on over and talk a little bit about, let's talk about the Utes, man.
Let's do it. We don't have an intro for you.
We don't have an intro.
So close, though. We were so close to being ready.
All right, so
I'll just change the color here.
McKinley, what's going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. He dropped in here, said the Knicks are posers getting destroyed by Cody's.
By Cody and Ace right now?
Cody and Ace right now. Nice. I love this. Triple J Jazz Forge. Dun, 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 dun. I like it, dude. Perfect. That's our intro.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
That's perfect. That's like
I've never seen it typed out. That's impressive.
That is very, very impressive. As a reminder, folks, we did launch a channel specifically for your Utah Utes football. It is called Utah Football DNA. All of our Utes content will be posted here on this channel. So if you're watching this on our live stream, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Or you're listening on our podcast, be sure to raise 5 stars. Give us say all the nice things in the comments. Check us out in the link below for Utah Football DNA. A link to that channel where all of our Utes content will be posted will be in the description down below. So be sure to check it out.
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got spring camp, which opens in about, a little bit over a week. It's going to be March 20th, with over 35 new players on this roster. Getting them acclimated is going to be key. With that said, what are we expecting to see at a spring camp from our boys up on the hill?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really exciting time to be a Utah Utes fan because we've got a new offensive coordinator again. But from this offense, it's pretty clear what we need to do, and we got to get the offense installed, right? Everyone's got to get on the same page as quickly as possible. And really, in a best case scenario, you'd really hope that Devin Dampier can find his receiver that he's got a ton of chemistry with. It's going to be super important. He had Ryan Davis last year that he just kind of came out, and you could just see they had it. He knew where he was going. He knew where he was moving on the field. he needs that guy really fast. And I feel like the guy that can maybe be that would be Brandon Pegan, the Utah State transfer.
Okay.
He's going to be most familiar with the offensive scheme, and he's got good size, 6'3". He was first team All Mountain West last year. So he's going to be a good option. I hope those two kind of link up and can figure out how to make those Dampier to Davis plays that we saw so many times last year, because it was a really fun season to watch. And Ryan Davis was just everywhere. And you knew if it was going to him, he was so sure-handed. Like, that's what you want to watch Utah football for. So as far as the running back room, I mean, it's pretty much locked down. We know we got Wayshawn Parker. He's going to be the first option. And, out of the backfield, it'll be fun to see who else gets reps. With a couple of really talented guys coming in and then also returning. So, this Utah offense is going to be it's going to be up to the day that we know if this thing's going to be working or not. Like last year we kind of knew what we had with Jason Beck. There was enough tape on him, and I've watched a lot on Utah State and how they run their offensive schemes, and I think they have a really good chance to be super successful. But we got to worry about that offensive line a little bit. The offensive line for Utah they lost a lot of talent to the NFL, so they've got to replace a couple of guys. We got Isaiah Kima, who transferred in from Ohio State, and there's just a ton of good players. I love the quote from Jordan Gross as far as the offensive line, and he said that he wants his offensive line to play clear-headed, aggressive, and confident. And he talked about how Coach Scally, when he called to talk to him about the job, he said he made it clear that I was the guy, and
nice.
it just really showed the confidence that Coach Scally has in Jordan Gross as a head coach already. So I don't know, man. From the offensive side of the ball, it's a super exciting year.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man, because there's, like you mentioned, there's a lot of changes that are happening, and kind of establishing an offensive identity is going to be crucial for that side of the ball. While defensively, again, we're going to see, not so much change necessarily. I mean, we're still seeing it. We're having a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So while with Morgan Stanley underneath the big headset, as they say.
Yeah.
We're going to see a same overall philosophy.
I just picture the massive headset, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude, it's so great. It's so great. We're going to have it made. We're going to do that for a thumbnail one of these times. Just a massive headset over.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
It's coming. Yeah.
Yeah. So while the overall philosophy for the Utes is going to be the same when it comes to smart, tough, and relentless, they are going to remain some of that standard within the program. Look for Colton Swan to really kind of put his own stamp on the defense and really see what he's got with these young players that are coming into the program. He stated that he's wanting to create a focus of more of creating more havoc plays, which creating more sacks, more turnovers to kind of support that new look, high tempo offense.
Yeah.
Starting with cornerback, the depth here. I mean, Elijah Reed, he's from Akron. He's one of the newcomers, right?
Yep.
47 tackles, 2 interceptions, and also forced a fumble last year. He's going to have a chance to compete for some serious playing minutes in both spring and fall camp, along with junior college transfer Brandon Holmes. Utes have a lot of returning talent with Scooby Davis, obviously, Rock Caldwell, Jason Stokes Jr., and J.C. Hart, right? But really look forward to seeing what Elijah Reed's going to be doing as a quarterback coming in for this team.
He's a great player, and he has great speed, really good ball awareness. He's, like you said, he's got a great chance to play some major minutes this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of those more significant changes that have been occurring for this team is going to be on the defensive line, with Utah replacing all 3 main rotation defensive tackles from last season. As you mentioned, 1 graduated and 2 went into the combine, right?
Yeah. Yes. Offensive line?
No, defensive line.
Oh, defensive line, yeah.
Yeah. Correct us in the comments if we're wrong on that. Let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the interior rotation, you look for sophomores like Carson Kafusi and Pupu. Is it Papa or Pupu? I can never get that right. I even put it in a pronunciation dictionary, and I heard it both ways.
I think it's Pipu.
Is it Pipu?
I think so.
Okay. Anyway.
You guys got the idea, right?
Yeah. Sepulveda is the primary returners that are expecting to take massive leaps forward for this team, right? Underneath this new defense, but they're going to be joined by transfers like Lucas Samsula.
Yep, from Wyoming.
Yeah, from Wyoming, and also Jira Mo.
You got the worst names ever.
I do.
And we talked about this in the pre-show too. You're like, which ones are the names easier?
Yeah, it's Jire Moe, right?
Yeah.
Jire Moe. He came from San Jose State, and so basically what they're going to be there is going to be to rebuild the 4 deep rotation in that section there. These are notes coming from interviews with the defensive coaching staff. Edge rushers, we have Utah has a strong continuity there with Lance Holtzclaw as well with Cash Dillon returning. Spring will determine how to integrate transfer Ethan Day to the program. 250-pound edge could provide a nice little physical presence for that rotation.
Yeah.
He had 53 tackles and 4.5 sacks in 2025. So that's going to be a nice little add there. Linebacker projections, where starters are going to be Jonathan Hall and Trey Reynolds. Their focus is going to be more about communication and kind of honing that in a little bit more, because with what Colton Swan's wanting to do is he's going to want to set up a read and react style of skill set, because that's going to be what they're going to be seeing a lot in practice with this more up-tempo offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had Lander Barton to anchor that in the linebacker position the whole time, where that's what he's the best at, is just reading and reacting. So losing him, but Jonathan Hall, he is a great player. He stepped up a ton. You saw him make a ton of huge plays at the tail end of the season where you're like, wow, there he is again. So they've got some talent, and they're going to keep pushing John Hall to keep playing.
They're definitely confident in him for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's what I got as far as the key things to look forward to in spring. Coming up into spring on the defensive side. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the defense is going to be great always, right? That's just what it is. I think Coach Scally will keep, preaching, RSNB, relentless, smart, nasty ball hawks. That's who everybody on this field is supposed to be when they're out there. And this team is going to be just that. So it's really exciting for the defense. I think the offense is going to get it together just as fast as we'd all hoped. We got some great prospects on the offensive line that'll help anchor that. Get the run game going early. Let Devin throw the ball down the field. We're in good shape for Utah football.
We are, and I do expect, like I said, a little bit of a setback on the defensive end, just because, we're seeing a lot of turnover on that side. But I don't think the core identity of this team is going to be any different. I'm just hoping that what we're going to see from the offensive end from this team this year is going to help keep the defense off the field. As much as we used to.
Yeah.
All the last 2 seasons, it's been like the defense is just on the field, chewing up all the minutes, and then we're like 3 and out, or maybe there's a great play where we do one drive for a first down, and there's a great play, like even on the possessions where we score, it's the defense is right back on the field again. And so I'd like to see some
many chunk plays.
Yeah, I'd like to see some sustained drives from this offense, and we probably won't see that because of the high face, but I just think this defense could use a little bit of reprieve from that. I don't know. Just kind of a thought I had there. We want to know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. When it comes to the University of Utah, we have broke down what we think we need to see coming out of spring, so we'd love to hear from you in the comments down below in regards to that. The next thing we want to kind of jump into here is going to be regarding how the players kind of came out in the combine this year.
Yeah.
In the NFL combine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you go ahead and break down your first? I believe you had Lander Barton. Is that right?
Yeah, Lander Barton was my first one. So Bleacher Report has him graded as a 6.6, which lists him as a role-time or part-time contributor. They list him as roughly a 4th-round draft pick. We all watched Lander Barton his whole career, and a lot of these Utah players that end up going in the late rounds, it's really funny to see them be graded so low out of the NFL Combine, and then they get picked, and then you see them starting on a roster somewhere within a year or two. So it's really exciting for Lander. He's kind of the highest graded one that's not the 2 guys that you have.
Right.
So why don't you go into one?
Yeah. So we'll talk about Spencer Fano. He has, as far as his combine results go, 40-yard dash was a 4.91. 10-yard splits was a 1.72. His vertical leap was over 30 inches at 30.5. He had a broad jump of 9'3" or 9'7". I don't know what the or is on that. On the combine, do they take like several jumps and you do the lowest and the highest? Is that what that is, or
Probably. I don't actually know.
Because I got scores.
Let us know in the comments if you guys know.
Because I got sources from different places. I got one from ESPN and I got one from NFL.com that one says 9'3" and one says 9'7". So forgive me on that one.
Both are far.
Yeah, both are great. Farther than I'm jumping.
Yeah, absolutely.
His height is 6'5", 311 pounds to 321 pounds, respectfully. Again, different weights for different locations. But yeah, top performer. He ranked first overall with a combine score of 91 amongst all offensive tackles by Next Gen Stats, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
Agility, top of the leaderboard in a three cone drill for his position. His technique, natural movement, well balanced, quickness on the field drills, and great working tackle at tackle and center. His draft stock, while some view him as a potential riser due to his athleticism, others note the short arm length could cause him to fall. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I think he's a very first day top 10 draft pick. I don't see short arm length, really. I mean, is he a quarterback, a wide receiver? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think though, you're using your arms to get leverage against the players you're blocking, right? So I think maybe if you have shorter arms, your leverage isn't as much.
Kind of like when you're setting a screen in basketball, if you have the longer arms.
Yeah.
The elbows go out a little bit. Okay, I guess I can kind of see that, but I just saw that, I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's your one knock on him is he has short arms. Like, the dude's a T-Rex and you're hating on him?
Yeah, Deseret News, by the way. Nice reporting there, guys.
Yeah. We know what the real deal was. He's a Ute.
That's got to be what it is. All right, who else you got?
Well, the next one I had was actually his brother, Logan Fano. And the Bleacher Report has him graded at a 5.8, which shows him as a backup, very draftable player that could be taken in the 6th or 7th round. And it's funny because you know what his knock was as well?
What's that?
Short arms. They said that his defensive ability is great. He has great burst, great speed off the line. He has the ability to break blocks and get to the quarterback quickly, but his arm length could be an issue. So apparently for defensive players as well, long arms is the ticket.
Yeah, apparently you need long arms.
Yeah.
So hey, if your career in the NBA doesn't work, you got long arms.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So where are you predicting this guy going?
I think Logan Fano, he didn't have a fantastic season for Utah last year. He was always out there, and I mean, not that he didn't make plays, but I could see him realistically being a not drafted, but signed an undrafted free agent offer like immediately after the draft. Like he'll go to an NFL team for sure.
Nice. Gotta jump in on this Pacific Northwest. You gotta say this again.
Call him Tyrannosaurus Fano. Both of them actually. They're both Tyrannosaurus Fanos.
Yeah, apparently it's in the genes, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and I got Caleb Lomu.
Yeah.
Did I know that one?
Lomu, yeah.
Lomu.
Absolutely.
Nice. But yeah, so anyway, Utah tackle Caleb Lomu delivered impressive at the combine. His stats here are 4.99 seconds on the 40-yard dash. He has a 32.5 vertical inch leap, 9.5 broad jump, which is great to only have one measurement on that. Thanks, guys. He's an elite athleticism, and his movement skills solidify his status as a top-tier offensive prospect. This is according to Deseret News on that one. He is a potential first-round pick. No kidding. He did have praise for demonstrating.
We knew this all year.
Yeah. He did have. He was given praise, and this is according to 24/7 Sports on YouTube. He got praise for demonstrating some necessary athleticism to play on the edge, which some analysts notes that he could even fit as an interior lineman, though his future is primarily at tackle, which is good to know. Good to know that he's got that kind of versatility, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
At some points, I just think they're just thinking of things to say just to say things.
And to try to make it different than the other guy they just researched.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his arms are too short.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, prototypical traits for this one: long-armed and agile tackle.
Oh, he's got long arms.
He's got long arms.
So Caleb Lomu's arm length is perfect.
Yes.
Just so you guys know.
The
last one that I have is Dallin Bentley. NFL.com has him listed as 5.8, which shows him as an average backup special teamer. He's ranked 15 among all tight ends in the class. It shows him as a late 6th, 7th round kind of draft pick again. I could actually see Dallin Bentley kind of surprising some guys. He blocks, that was some of his big draft notes, is that he blocks better than most tight ends his size, because he's not huge. He's only like 6'3", 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
But there's some guys that are 6'5", 6'6". We saw the tight end last year. His name was Caleb too, but I don't remember Loner.
Mm-hmm.
The Baylor transfer that played basketball that was like 6'7", 6'8". Played tight end that blocked really well
huge.
and had great arm length apparently.
Good arms. Yeah,
they were no Tyrannosauruses. So, to kind of wrap it up, all these guys have a great chance to be drafted next month. Lander Barton, he's going to surprise teams. I think he's got a knack for getting to the football, making plays when it matters. Logan Fano is a kind of a really sneaky good athlete. Even though he's got Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, he can make plays in the backfield. And Dallin Bentley is a good blocker. So I think we've got a chance to see 4, maybe 5 guys out of Utah get taken in the draft this year, which would be awesome.
You love to see it. You love to see it. We want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below when it comes to that. When it comes to the combine, how did your Utes do? We think they did pretty well. We're getting 5, maybe 4 out of 5, maybe 6.
I think 4 out of 5. Probably
5.
Yeah. Which would be a great draft. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks, for sure. That would be a great draft. And what do you want? And it's going to be a good representation for a nice rebound year for the Utes, I think.
Absolutely,
which is great.
Yeah.
Again, folks, we did launch a channel specifically for your Utah football called Utah Football DNA. All of our Utah content will be posted here. So if you're watching this on our live stream, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Or if you're listening on our podcast after, be sure to rate and review. Say all the nice things in the comments down there. Give us some stars. Check out in the description down below where Utah Football DNA will be linked to. So if you're following us for our Utes content, a link to that channel will be set in the description.
Absolutely. Let's get to some of these comments.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. This one. All right, so we've got, let's go ahead and go back to this one right here, and we'll get to McKinley here in a minute because we're going to jump into that next. We got a comment here from Sydney McElreath.
What's up, AJ? It's Lil Sid.
Lil Sid, nice.
What's up, Sydney? Appreciate you tuning in, buddy.
Thanks for joining the show.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. We got another one here from McKinley Cutler. It says here, I actually wonder how much we are out Eddie camp this year. From what I've heard, a lot of the coaches are not letting media in to try and stop poaching of players. Yeah, dude, that's a good point.
That is a good point, but also that's the reason they shut that second transfer window, was for that exact reason. Because what was happening is players are having a great spring camp, and then they open the transfer portal back up. This year we only have the initial transfer window, which is already closed.
Right.
We don't have the secondary transfer window, so that should also help that. It will be interesting to see if they do allow media in there to, kind of watch some of these. So,
good to know. We also got another comment here from Sid from Little Sid on the Instagram. Says, in the future, will you highlight any Utah high school players?
Only the best ones, buddy.
Yeah.
You got a chance. Let's go. Let's make it. We do watch, prospects as far as players in the state. So, keep balling out, man. Maybe we'll review you too.
That's right. Love to see it. We also have another one here. Oh, sorry, that's the last one from Pacific Northwest. You still want to talk about that? See here. All right, then we're going to pivot on over and talk a little bit more. We're going to cover those for you, McKinley, in the next segment there. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Utah Jazz.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Before we make the change over to the Utah Jazz, I want to take a quick moment to also say congratulations to the University of Utah softball team, by the way.
Oh, okay.
The University of Utah softball team is on an 11-game winning streak, and they are second in the division behind Texas Tech, who's only had one loss. So just a quick shout out to Utah.
Very impressive. Yeah,
softball.
absolutely. We already got the background color changed, though, so that's a little weird.
It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Shout them out anyway, buddy.
Absolutely.
You got this.
Absolutely. All right. So once again, folks, we want to talk to you about Utah Jazz DNA. This is a channel we developed specifically for your Utah Jazz, wherever it is.
It's right there.
I don't see it.
You're right there. You were just over it.
Oh, it's purple now.
It's purple. We changed it.
And it's not centered.
And look how good it... Oh, it's not centered. Okay. Note to self. Need to adjust that. I made it on my iPad, man. Give me a break.
Hey, it's great. It's great. In that chair, actually, last week.
Yeah.
Once again, folks, we did launch a channel specifically for your Utah Jazz called Utah Jazz DNA. So if you're watching this on our live stream or you're watching this on, or listening to it on our podcast afterwards, we have a channel specifically for your Utah Jazz in the description down below called Utah Jazz DNA. Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away one of those really sick Black Road Mountain jerseys. So
Yep. Hit that subscribe button, please.
That's right. Join the party. Join the club, man. We'd love to have you. Let's go ahead and hit some of these comments here from McKinley before we jump into it. Let's see here. They better pick it up because we need this loss. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that for sure. They've already kind of screwed the pooch on losing against Colton State. That was a written-in loss that they.
How did they win that?
Yeah, you just like
you gave the ball to Blake Hinson, who's a two-way player, and I mean he's played great basketball, but you're like, there's no way this guy makes that shot.
No,
he just comes down and sinks it.
Yep, no way. Just nails it. Absolutely love it. Then we also have this comment here from McKinley. Says, good news, the Knicks are closed the gap and they're only down by 6 instead of 20.
Great news.
Yeah, you love it. You love it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Utah Jazz here, man. What I want to cover there. Before I cover let's cover the rest of the NBA real quick.
Okay.
I want to say congratulations to Bam Adebayo for scoring 83 points in a game against Washington. It's an incredible achievement and is deserving to be celebrated for sure. Lots of haters on the internet are saying that it needs to come with an asterisk, saying that he was flopping to get to the line, and that the evidence is that he went to the free throw line 40 times. He made 40 out of 47 free throws, which is a record.
Yes.
I would say probably about with like 4 minutes remaining in the game, that narrative is completely BS. This guy was literally, I think he had 4 assists in the fourth quarter. Like,
Yeah.
if it's just the Bam show, he's not passing the ball for an open look corner 3.
No.
And once he was at 71, 72, I think he saw the writing on the wall. It's like, oh, I can get past.
I can get past Kobe.
I can get past Kobe. We're
Yeah.
going for it, as you should, right? Like if you're an NBA player and you're on a team that's trying to win games, why don't you go for it?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Why the heck wouldn't you? Kobe would.
Yeah, Kobe absolutely would.
So
In his closing games of his career.
Yeah, and honestly, like this narrative that he's getting fouled and like just flopping the other line, dude was getting triple teamed.
Yeah, they weren't trying to give it to him.
They were not giving it to him.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you're the worst defensive team in the NBA, which this team is, the Washington Wizards are the worst team in the NBA. If you're going to triple team a guy, you're going to foul him.
Yeah.
Do better, man.
It's just going to happen. Absolutely.
You don't want him getting 83. Don't let him score. Like what's the problem?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was a stupid argument. Like, Kobe fans are like all up in arms about it. Like, oh, this isn't true. This needs to come with an asterisk. Did you know in the Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game, they literally were just letting the other team score so they can get the ball back to Wilt on the other side quicker?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Everybody's going to point out in this game about how they were fouling even though they had the lead to get the ball back to help Bam get more points. Like, even though the game was practically in the bag, they were still fouling the backcourt to get the foul shots to have more time for him to score points. Yeah, that's exactly what happened for Wilt's game. Like, what do you want? There's nothing left to play for after you're blowing
the
a
Wilt
team
game
out.
Isn't on film, though, is it?
Yeah, there's no proof the game even existed or even happened. You only have that photo and hearsay of other people who were in the arena at the time. But if you look back at Kobe's, man, I mean, he jocked out like what? He shot. It was a game against Utah where he scored 61. He took 50 shots for that game.
Yeah.
So I don't see a whole lot of evidence for the whole whining about this. I don't know. I think it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we got a comment here. Let's see here from McKinley saying all the high-scoring games need to come with an asterisk to get as many points. Stupid things need to happen. We also have another one from Triple J Jazz Forge here. Bam, where are your 83 points on February 9th again versus the Jazz? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Jazz are not the worst defensive team, and they had a game plan exactly for Bam Adebayo. They were like, somebody else is going to beat us, and they did. I mean, they beat us, but it wasn't going to be Bam.
That's exactly true.
Yeah,
that's exactly true. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, "Hey, Darren, how does this affect the Utah Jazz? This is supposed to be a Jazz podcast after all." And you know what? You are absolutely right. Forgive me. Let's do some Jazz updates here. The team is still trying not to win games, and still failing at that. Not doing that well by beating Golden State the other night. What the heck are we doing, man?
We can't even lose games right.
Can't even lose games right. So there you go. There's your Utah Jazz update. Hey, Ace Bailey.
Oh yeah, Ace Bailey had a career night, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a career night, which also set a franchise record. In his game against the Wizards. Geez, man, the Wizards. This is becoming a Wizards podcast.
Yeah.
But he scored 32 points on 12 of 19 shooting, which include 7 of 11 from 3, which is good for 63% there, AJ. 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. To nitpick on this, dude that size should not be only getting 2 rebounds, but I digress. The 1 block accounts for like 3 rebounds. But he actually became...
Those are a direct correlation.
Exactly. Look it up. It's a stat. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
But he's actually become the youngest Jazz player ever to score 30 points in an NBA game.
That is impressive. That is very impressive. So Ace's career night is a really cool thing, right? Right now he's shooting 37% from 3 in the 4 games that he's played so far in March of this year. His season average shooting the 3 is right around 33%, but he is averaging 12 points per game in about 27 minutes. So I really love how he's gotten better at picking his shots, right? He's actually taking 3-point shots that are makeable. And in that game against Milwaukee, right after, you could tell he came out of that game with a ton of confidence, right?
Yeah.
Just scored 32 against the Wizards. He was feeling it, but he forced a ton more threes than you really wanted to see him make. Than you wanted to see him take. I'm sorry. So you got to you got to take shots that are given to you. But I mean, shooters gonna shoot, man. That's what it is. Shooters gonna shoot. So I think the potential for Ace Bailey will really shine when he's on the court, and you've got every player out there. When you've got 4 guys on the court with you that pose a threat for scoring the basketball. I mean, you got JJJ, Larry, Walker, Keontae. There's going to be space for you to get those shots, right? And that'll be an offensive lineup that has the ability to score from everybody. You got plenty of length to defend because Triple J was a defensive player of the year. Walker Kessler is in the running every single year. Laurie's a very serviceable 3-point shooter, and Keontae George has surprised everybody with his defensive effort this year. So there's going to be plenty of length to defend, and this team just sounds so much fun to watch next year.
Yeah.
Not right now.
On paper, they look like they'd be an awesome team to watch.
It's going to be an awesome team to watch next year. So, Jazz fans, get through this with us. We're going to keep giving you as much content as we can as far as whatever they're doing that's even remotely a highlight.
That's what we're talking about, for sure.
But
yeah, I mean, Washington, like I mentioned, is dead last in defense there, and has been all season long. So you can't just dismiss that for this game, right?
Yeah.
It does show you, though, what this kid is capable of when he gets on a run, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we talked about it similarly on the Cody Williams video where we broke down, like, he is having similar successes. Not similar successes, but he's having the similar problems to a first-year player.
Yeah.
His shot efficiency isn't there. His shooter's going to shoot mentality, right? But what Cody Williams you're seeing this year is you're seeing those shots be a lot more effective and a lot more, picking his spots better.
Oh, yeah.
And
much better than last year, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and when you're seeing that from Ace Bailey, what you're seeing this year is you're seeing same shot selection, but you're seeing a lot better offensive performance out of this kid than you were. So that's got to make you excited because we got nothing but praise to say about Cody Williams. So Ace Bailey, year 2, is gonna watch out, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Watch out.
and I don't think Ace Bailey's going to be a 30 point per night scorer. There's just no way.
No,
right?
like yeah,
There's just too much offensive firepower when this whole roster's collectively back together, and they're all on the floor at the same time. But I think if he can get into like the low 20s and be an effective defensive player, he's going to get a ton of playing time, and this is going to be a really, really fun team to watch.
I think it's gonna be nice at like 15-7.
High teens, yeah. I mean, I think low 20s is probably he's going to have some minutes where he's on the floor and he is the offensive centerpiece, right?
That's true. That's
So,
very true.
so I think there's going to be some time in there for him to just take over, and he just plays some pick and roll game with Keontae at the top, and he's going to have some pick and pop threes, and he's going to be setting screens and rolling off, and I think he's going to have some opportunities where he can get into that 20 points per night. And you think that gives us the opportunity to have 3 20-point per night guys?
Yeah, jeez. That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane. We got a comment here from McKinley on that. He says, might need to pull Ace in the fourth quarter from now on. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, we've got plenty of 10-day contract guys we can throw out there. Speaking of which, that's what we call a transition statement there. Thank
Yeah,
you for
it
that,
sure is.
Mo Bamba scored his second 10-day contract.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and this 7-foot big man, he's really still trying to find an NBA team that'll give him a chance to play regular rotation minutes, right? He's got good athleticism. He averaged 2.5 blocks for the Stars. He's a good player. I mean, he had 14 double-doubles with the Stars last season. So he's just looking to find an opportunity that someone's going to say, hey, come in. We're going to put you as a rotation player. But, he can score. He's a pretty serviceable defender. But you almost need the right scheme for Mo Bamba to really fit into to have a spot for him.
Yeah, he's averaging, in the games he's played, 11 games he's played for the Jazz, averaging 2.5 points, almost a block a game, 5.5 rebounds. And like you mentioned, in the G League, he was averaging 17 points, 11 boards for the G League last year, which is nothing to sneeze at, But again, for a guy his size, you want to see a little bit more from him on the rebounds. Like you mentioned, it's a scheme thing.
Yeah.
In a team where you have a lot of size and a lot of length, you're just glad that he's here.
Like, where do you fit in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, you're just glad that he's here, right? Because Flip can't stay on the court. He's getting foul trouble.
Yeah.
I think he had earlier this month, I think it was like against the 76ers, he had 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah.
This kid just needs to learn to, I don't know, talk about Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, right? Like, he's got to stay.
But also, we thought the same thing about Rudy Gobert when he came into the league.
Yes.
He fouled a lot. So I think it
is
is
more about body size control. And
but I think that's something you learn as you grow and develop into an actual NBA player.
Yes.
Right? You understand where your hands can be that you don't draw a foul.
Right.
And in college, it's a lot more, your hands can be a lot more places without drawing a foul in college. And in the NBA, especially depending on who you're defending,
yeah, that's a very
if your hand's on someone's back, it's a foul.
Yeah.
If it's Bam Adebayo and your hand's on his back and he turns to shoot over you, guess what? He's getting the whistle. That's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it, folks. Yeah, I'd agree with you, man. I mean, from what we're seeing out of him this year, I think we need to pump the brakes on him as far as, he's still in development. We'll see where he ends up at. Again, just glad to have somebody like Mo on the court when our backup center. Didn't he have a lot of starts this season too, Flip?
Oh, yeah, he's had quite a few starts.
Yeah, especially down the stretch there. Yeah, we need to have somebody in there to fulfill those bids for when he does get into foul trouble early. So
yeah,
but yeah, so 18 games remaining, folks, including tonight against the Knicks. So we can hopefully just stick with us, folks. Keep looking for these silver linings for this team. There are things to look at where you're like, okay, this player's developing, that player's developing. We're down the home stretch. Like I said, 17 games after tonight. And we hopefully will be back to normal with this team.
This is where we wanted this team to be.
Right? Well, no, I wanted 3, 4, 5 more losses, but yes,
But developing young players, this is where we wanted this team.
This is where we want. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you wanted them playing the majority of the minutes. You didn't want to see Laurie out there for the rest of the season. You didn't want to see Triple J out there for the rest of the season.
No.
Even Keontae can use and take these minutes.
Did you say Keontae?
Keontae. Okay, there's a Y in there.
Yeah. I like it. Kenyante.
Kenyante.
That's new.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, folks. That's new.
KG3.
There you go. Gosh, who said that?
Oh, I don't know. Some guy coined that like right when we drafted him.
Yeah, that guy was freaking brilliant. Yeah.
So smart.
So smart. Anyway, folks, as a reminder, we want to remind you that we did start a channel specifically for your Utah Jazz called the Utah Jazz DNA. This is a channel that we developed for all your Utah Jazz content. Will be posted here first and only on the Utah Jazz DNA. What's the logo centered? If you're
really bad.
If you're listening to this on our podcast or watching this on our live stream, a link to Utah Jazz DNA is in the description down below. Once this channel is monetized, we'll be giving away one of those sick road and mountain black jerseys. So check it out.
Absolutely. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow there.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and talk some baseball.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, AJ.
I know, buddy.
Okay, let's get into it. All right. Do you want to introduce this?
I do. We're talking Tarek Skubal, right? Is that where we're going first?
No, we could talk about it. We could talk Tarek Skubal.
Okay.
But, yeah, let's get into that because that's got a little bit more meat to it. Because it's going to have some impact on what we're talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, so go ahead and break it down for us.
All right. So this Tarek Skubal situation was just an absolute roller coaster for World Baseball Classic fans everywhere, right?
Yeah.
We went from so excited to see this stacked pitching roster to hearing, oh, Skubal's only going to be out there for one game. And then we were like, man, we started riding high when we heard the comments in the media that he was like, I'm going to try to make it work, pitch one more game in WBC. And then all of our hopes get smashed into the ground when it's announced that he's going to be returning to the Tigers' spring training in Lakeland, Florida. So, I mean, he's come on record and he said how much he loves his country and he wants to be involved in the Olympics or future international play. But what are your thoughts on this situation, Darren? This Tarek Skubal situation that's occurred?
I don't know a single starter in a contract year that played in the WBC.
Right. He's out there.
Name one.
Yeah.
Name one. And you might be able to find some like fringe players that are going into that, that are trying to earn a contract.
Yeah.
But this is Tarek Skubal, back-to-back Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah.
Going into a contract year where he's going to get the biggest contract in MLB history for a pitcher if he remains healthy all season.
Absolutely. I mean, he won his arbitration in like what, a day?
Yeah. It wasn't even funny. They were just like, yeah dude.
They're like, no, you will pay this man.
He walked in with his two Cy Youngs and just slopped them down the table and be like, check it. And
they're like,
not really.
Stamp approved.
But yeah. So honestly, dude, like, I understand it. I totally get it. And I 100% agree that this had absolutely nothing to do with Detroit.
Yeah.
I think the Detroit Tigers would be like, yeah, we don't want you to do that. And if he wanted to do it, if he wasn't in a contract year, he'd be like, yeah, no, sorry, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
This is totally Scott Boras.
Yeah.
It's been like, dude, no, you're not doing it. You're not touching it. You're not going anywhere near it. You went there, you pitched your game. That's all you need to do. We're done. Come back.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of where I'm sitting on that. I don't blame the Tarek Skubal at all. He said he was going to be available for it. It was up to Team USA to tell him where they wanted him to pitch.
Yeah.
And then he could have rearranged his schedule a little bit. And once he got there, he realized how great it was. And I shouldn't be here not in pool play. I should be, not pitching against Great Britain or whatever it was.
Yeah, I should be pitching in the semifinals in a game that actually means something.
Or at least in the pool play.
Yeah.
Games that actually matter. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of that. But honestly, yeah, you can't fault the guy, dude. He's the only player of his caliber going into a free agent year that even did this. So you got to tip your cap to him. Appreciate what he did, I look forward to seeing him on a team in the future.
So as a transition piece here, how much different is the game against Italy if Tarek Skubal is the starter versus whoever started that game?
Well, they would have given up a first pitch home run to whoever was the leadoff hitter because that's what he did to Great Britain.
At least they won.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't even get into the Tarek Skubal thing, that's what the conversation should have been had. The U.S. baseball team just had the most embarrassing loss against Italy that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you just looked at the box score, it looked like a tight game, right? But they were down 8-0.
Yeah.
At one point. 8-0.
8-0, dude. I mean, that 8-0, and they had 3 home runs. Their pitching looked lights out against a USA offense that was like, I mean, we put out a video that says this could be the greatest offensive team ever assembled because of how many bats are on that roster.
Yeah, and pitching.
Pitching, but I mean, specifically,
Yeah.
8-0. Like, we couldn't get anything going against just Italy pitching staff.
Right.
I mean, and very specifically, who was it? Michael Lorenzen?
Yeah, I'm going to click remove on this. Because we just went... That's fine, right? If we click remove, we're not going to kill the whole show, right?
No, I think so.
Okay. Sorry, guys, if we killed the whole show. Remove?
Yeah. I don't know what that's doing.
We're just going to say change.
Okay.
And we're back.
We're back.
Okay. We just lost all the Instagram people, which was just Little Sid.
And Big Sid.
Sorry, Big Sid.
Big Sid and Little Sid.
Big Sid and Little Sid, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're on the YouTube side, so we're good. But yeah, anyway, so we just lost the Instagram people. Okay, so this is kind of like, this was, what's the most embarrassing about this is that Mark DeRosa, right, the team manager, said in an interview before the game, it's weird. We want to win this game even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals. Do you know what's wrong with that statement, AJ?
What's wrong with that is they had not punched a quarterfinal ticket. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because if he said that in any other situation, the team's out there partying and they're like, it doesn't matter what happens in the next game.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. They were up all late.
They were
partying,
they were in
playing,
this,
yeah,
in
acting
the
a fool, man.
clubhouse till 1 a.m. drinking beers, talking ball.
Yeah.
And then the party continued on the bus and then at the hotel after.
Yeah.
He even said that there's some players here that are dragging, right?
Before the game.
Before that game
Yeah,
against
absolutely.
Italy. So, I mean, this is what happens when you have a TV host be the manager of your international baseball tournament. This just shows you how much we don't take this seriously. Do you think this would have happened with Japan?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're not only that, they would have, they did qualify, by the way,
Right.
for their game. But, I haven't seen the U.S. team play a complete game in this tournament yet. I just haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
you haven't seen them pitch a great game and hit a great game and just do all the things needed to just really dominate a baseball game. They haven't done it.
They beat up on the Giants, and after that, they're like, okay, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, after destroying, and that's just, they just didn't want to blow it. And they haven't done anything. They haven't done that. They haven't blown anybody out of the water. Again, back to what we said with the Utes. Field goals matter. Runs matter. It's simply that, Italy, Mexico, the DR, all these other teams, Japan, they all get it, except for our team.
Yeah.
Which, now simply all we need is Italy to win or Mexico to score at least 5 runs or more, and we're in. But I don't know, man. I don't the whole national media thinks if that happens. Tammy, jump in the chat. Let us know how that game ended because I think it's over by now. If you're in the chat, let us know. You said the game we didn't switch.
She's talking about Scooball.
Okay. Yeah, Italy won. Okay, great. Italy won. Thanks, Greg. Hey, great to see you, Greg. But yeah, so everybody's like, oh, if Italy wins and Team USA advances, then this is all squashed, this is all forgotten. I don't think it should be, man.
It absolutely shouldn't be.
We have the players that care. You have the judge going out there saying, hey, and I don't want to put this on the players. Yes, the team captain, Bryce Harper, all these guys, they should know the rules to a tournament that they're wanting to win, that they're saying, hey, we're going to win this, right? But it's really not on them, man. It's really on the team. Team USA's front office, if you want to call it, the operations manager of the team.
Yeah.
And the managers, man. I mean, a TV host, dude.
At least know the rules of the tournament.
How hard is that? I don't know. I'm bothered by this. And this was such an embarrassment. Either Team USA simply didn't know the rules, or because of sheer effing American hubris, they thought it didn't matter because they were just going to roll through this tournament anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and
Neither
and
one of
really,
those answers are good.
And really, yeah, I mean, take your pick. They're both bad answers.
Yeah, I mean, the DR, Dominican Republic, they were straight killing teams with an average run differential of like 8 runs.
Yeah.
So, if you're winning by like 8 runs, it doesn't matter. When you're
it just doesn't matter.
when you're dumb trunking teams, you don't matter. But I guarantee you, there's somebody on that team that understood the rules of the game and understood the rules of this tournament.
And what's crazy is without Pete Crow Armstrong just making 2 amazing swings of the bat,
Yeah, screw that guy.
this game looks really bad.
Yeah, no, Pico stepped up big time.
Yeah.
Should have been starting, but whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to say, man. I am convinced, I am completely convinced that this team had no idea that they did not clinch a division until after the game was over.
Yeah.
Because there has been several, you go down 5-0. Okay. 5-0. You're down 5-0. Why is Paul Goldschmidt still in there?
Yeah, what are we doing?
You gave him some reps, right? He's like, I had to get these guys in here and give him some reps. It's Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
You go with Bryce Harper over Paul Goldschmidt.
And Bryce Harper had an opportunity, in the 7th inning?
Yes.
2 on, 2 out, and he flies out.
Yeah. If you would have given him more at-bats, maybe he would have had a chance to
maybe
do something.
He's a little more warmed up. Maybe he's a little more feeling the groove of the game.
Yeah, but still.
But why?
Yeah. And then they didn't pinch run for Paul Goldschmidt either. So when he's on first.
So now you got Paul Goldschmidt, who's 462 years old.
Yeah, he's not scoring on that double from, was it Bobby Witt? Anyway, so that was another example of them not knowing. Hey, runs matter. You need to get, if that run scores, they only need, Mexico to score 4 runs, I believe.
Yeah.
If they lose that game. But it just, and then the fact that they had Ryan Yarbrough in there, they left the Mets starter in way too long, and then they bring in Ryan Yarbrough, and they leave him in there for almost 3 full innings. And when you have bases loaded, you got Clayton Kershaw warming up in the bullpen. Dude, no, you go straight to Mason Miller.
Yeah.
You shut that stuff down.
We got to shut it down. Yeah.
Yeah. You take Ryan Yarbrough out after he gives up that, was it the 5th run? And then you immediately go Mason Miller. You put your...
Also, Clayton Kershaw.
Absolutely. The GOAT. Legend.
But you almost didn't say that, so I had to make sure that I threw it.
Appreciate it.
I got you.
Yeah. But you don't put him in a bases loaded situation.
Yeah.
That worked in the World Series. Why are we doing that to Clayton again?
Yeah.
It kind of felt like they were going to throw the game at that point when you see him up like that. And you're just like, no, we can't be doing that. This is not a throwaway game. That's what I'm talking about. This whole game, it felt like the management and everybody in the dugout had no idea that they were not already advancing to the next round.
Which is terrifying.
Which is embarrassing.
Yeah.
This is our, yes, the DR is a great team, and yes, Japan's won it, 3 times? But
the USA, they assembled a roster that was supposed to roll through this thing.
Yes, they did. And the problem is while the players wanted to win, the players are acting like they care. We're getting a team that is being ran by a TV host, and there's only one coach on the bench that has any managerial experience. The rest of them are former players. So you're like, where, what's going on here? Who's going to fall, who's responsible for this? We got a comment here from Greg Hawkins. It says, where are our leaders? Judge, Harper, Schwarber, Bregman, hello. Yeah, kind of my point earlier. If the manager doesn't know, one of these leaders on the team should know the rules.
Well, the rules of the tournament. I mean,
This
we're not
is
even
very
talking
simple.
at least know where you stand in the tournament as far as have you actually locked up a spot or not. I mean, this is craziness.
Yeah, we also have another comment here from a friend of the channel, Temi Price. It says they think that they are a stacked team and they will give it to them. Yeah, it will be given to them. Absolutely. And anybody who thinks that way on that team,
and that's what it looked like, though.
It's absolutely not true, though.
Mm-hmm.
You look at this DR team who's been spanking teams all year. They're on a redemption arc. They didn't make it. They didn't make it into out of the qualifying round last year.
Yeah.
They got bounced by Mexico or Venezuela. I can't remember which one. but one of those other teams down there. And then they also got Japan, who is stacked as always. They're the returning champions, and all they did was make their team a little bit better. Like, sure, Otani's not pitching, and that's literally like the only downstep they had from last year when they won.
Right.
So yeah, every other team, there are 3 other teams out there that can punch against the U.S., and it just feels like even though the players are taking it seriously, I think everybody else involved doesn't still seem to be.
Yeah.
They're worrying about getting their reps in and making sure they're getting some stuff in for spring training. Sidebar, Tarek Skubal, spring training game, 5 innings in spring training versus 3 innings in the WBC. Is there really a difference?
No.
No,
There's not.
And that's not really the point. Like, he wants to make sure that he's there for opening day roster and stuff like that. Because he did win his arbitration case. He does need to honor the terms of that contract, which probably one of them is that he's going to be the opening day starter. He's going to be ready.
Yeah.
So, again, not against him at all. Just, again, against Team USA not being prepared enough to know that they need to save their 2 best players, their 2 Cy Young pitchers, in actual pool play. But I digress on that.
Yeah.
We want to hear your folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Please let us know what you think about the WBC so far. This has been electric to follow just simply because of this story, as well as some of the games that have been played before. Next week, we're going to be covering some of our favorite moments of the tournament so far, which will be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So we'll get into that a little bit more next week. Anything else?
No, if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available as a podcast wherever you get your audio.
Yes, with that said, again, folks, if you're watching this, just remember this channel did hit 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit $500 in AdSense revenue, we're going to be giving all that back to our subscribers. 5 subscribers are each going to earn $100 each. So if you're watching this on the live stream or you're listening on the podcast after, check out DNA Sports Recap. I'll leave the channel will be down in the description below. Check out our videos. Once we hit that monetization number, we're going to be giving it all away. And check us out on DNASportsRecap.com as well as our merch store down below. We've got a lot of great shirts. One of my favorite baseball shirts are Diamonds Are Forever. That's a killer one, so be sure to check that one out. With that said, my name is Darren, that is AJ, and this has been an episode of the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.